Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for having me here. As Jonathan just said, I am Regional Manager of Innovation, Education and Investments, UN Tourism in the regional office here in Riyadh. We have a lot to cover and very little time, so I will go very quickly through the presentation, but this presentation will be shared with you, so do not worry if you miss some details. You will have it to go through it at your own pace. So, let's start with a little bit of latest tourism data. As my previous colleagues highlighted, there's been a very quick recovery after COVID. Already some regions are beyond 100% recovery. This is very exemplary in the Middle East. I like this graphic because it shows it very, very dramatically how it went down, but no matter what happens, people love to travel, so immediately after, we're back in the same numbers as we were before. Also, with this very, very quick recovery, there was some issues that were highlighted, and this is the case with this panel of experts that we have been researching with. And one of the main issues that come with the industry, within the industry, and you say, these other are more, the first one highlighted, the first ones are more external to the sector, but this is specific to our sector, which is an internal cause of problems, which is staff shortages. And for that, what do we need to do? Foster education, promote tourism education. And this is one of the main objectives of UN Tourism is to push forward education, and this is what the Secretary General mentions every time he's speaking, addressing the member states and the other stakeholders. So it's funny because this summit is called Investing in the Next Generation. Our UNWTO, UN Tourism now, framework is called Investing in People, Planet, and Prosperity. And investing in people means education, and this is what we're going to focus on. This is in this case, roughly through the world, you see that there are a lot of young people that are in need to be trained. Also, we also know that 50% of the workforce in tourism is under 25 or younger, and we estimate that by the end of, by 2030, more than almost 900,000 tourism jobs worldwide will require vocational training. This, of course, becomes a massive, massive engagement and enterprise that we need to collaborate to put together. So this is pretty much the distribution of the leaders in terms of tourism education. As you see, is very much concentrated in Europe, but also we see already the Middle East popping up, and also very especially Asia, that are one of the main areas where we have partnership with academic partners. So, what do we do in UN Tourism? Do we do something about it, or we just go to events and take photos? We do actually do something about it, and one of the things we did was to promote from the regional office, and having a lady, part of my team with 2 PhDs, as leading author of it, my dear Lamis Damiri, we published the UN Tourism Education Guidelines with the objective to help our member states to have some idea of how to tackle the many aspects at the granular level that we are facing in tourism education. So there are 7 guidelines that we're going to go through them very quickly and showcase some examples of applications that some are personal, some are UNWTO initiatives, some are from the member states and other, stakeholders in the whole ecosystem of UN tourism. First one, increase access to tourism education, digitalization and accessible education. Second one, upgrade tourism curricula. There is a sector that is completely changing, constantly changing, not only through digitalization. Now we have the incorporation of AI that is going to be very disruptive, already is being it, and we need to be keeping track of the changes and incorporating them to the programs. These programs, of course, need to be shortened, as it was mentioned before. Integrate tourism education into secondary school curricula. We were talking about how to attract young people into the tourism sector. Maybe it's a good idea to approach them when they're still in high school and to show them that tourism is a good opportunity for a career. The fourth one, innovate undergraduate and graduate tourism education. This is going to be our next publication, also led by my dear Lamis, how to integrate innovation in undergraduate and graduate tourism education. Standardized certifications. This is very important, and probably one of the roles of UN Tourism is to provide this overarching set of standards that needed to be followed in order to find some equivalence of the certifications worldwide. Sixth one, expand tourism education and quality assurance. This is basically a continuation of what we said. First, we need to have a clear understanding of equivalency of certification. Another thing is to have recognizable quality certifications that can be proof of this, the quality of these programs. And finally, connect tourism graduates with employment opportunities. Again, another aspect that was already spoken about in this previous panel, and you would see that this connection with the industry is paramount. Otherwise, we will be teaching something that is not useful in the workforce, in the workplace. So, going to the specifics, number one, increase access to tourism education. How? Digital platform such as our UN Tourism Online Academy. Also, making courses available in terms of making them accessible, in terms of price, making them economic, and also making them short and easy to take. This is the case of the Academy, and also we are now producing WhatsApp courses, again, to make it more, even easier to take specific, specific trainings that can be also taken at any point in time. You don't even need a laptop anymore. You can just take your training using your phone through WhatsApp. So in the UN Tourism Academy, we have right now 50 courses, more than 40,000 students registered, 17 academic partners. And also, very important, as I mentioned, we were incorporating technology as it comes. So these courses are supported with an AI tutor that helps you navigate and helps the student navigate the courses and the resources. Right now, all the courses, many of the courses are available in 5 languages. We're striving to have all the catalog translated. So, and one of the main promoters of the sponsors of these courses is the government of Saudi Arabia, by which we have, with this sponsorship, we have developed 10 new courses, were published in the Academy last year, and still available for you guys to take. By the way, any Saudi resident that accesses the courses has the right to a free scholarship. So if you cannot find the scholarships, talk to me and I'll make sure you get one. Another angle in which we're tackling this of accessible education is making it locally available. For that, we're partnering with member states to open international tourism academies in collaboration with UN Tourism. The first case that has a program running with us is the Academy of Samarkand, in which we have right now 2 programs running, one for students and one for teachers. Again, there's another angle that we have identified and we're working on, which is to provide the capacity, we call it Tourism Faculty Development Program, and what we do is we retrain and upskill faculty that are already working in academic institutions, but also this program allows industry professionals that want to engage in tourism education to have this training. Also very successful here in Saudi Arabia with some of the people that I see in the audience working with us. Again, we're working with this. These are more academies that are in the pipeline. We're working with Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Dominican Republic also to work this. The focus of these academies is going to be very vocational. And for these academies, we either partner with, we deliver some programs ourselves, and some of the programs we partner with the leading institutions worldwide. The need to update curricula, we mentioned that already. This is something that needs to be done continuously. A good example, for example, is Hong Kong Polytech and Columbia College. In the case of Hong Kong Polytech, incorporating all the digital tools and incorporating the mentality of digital transformation. And in the case of Columbia College, incorporating the tools that are necessary to understand and to manage for event management, for an event management program. So, again, integrate tourism in education at the secondary school curricula. For that, this was our second publication from the regional office, which was the education toolkit. And, oh wow, 19 seconds left. Can I go a little bit more? Okay, this is the fifth one I think I'll cover. So this toolkit to help the member states understand how to implement tourism education in high schools. Again, we are happy to work with the member states to, through the guidelines established in these toolkits, help them implement tourism education in high schools. Another example, we are working already with Zambia that is looking into not only opening an academy for for older kids, but also implementing tourism education in high schools. To innovate in undergraduate and graduate education. Again, this is our next publication, but also we've taken a step forward and we launched our own bachelor's in sustainable tourism development, tourism management, and in cooperation with a very credited Swiss University, Lucerne University of Applied Science and Arts. Standardized certifications, very important. Again, an example of Brazil that has developed a national policy of tourism qualification to standardize the programs that are available. Expand education quality assurance. Again, this is something that is very dear of the kingdom here, of the ministry. We have engaged with the ministry to certify, to allow education centers and education institutions to obtain the TEDQUAL certification, which is our own certification that basically says that these programs are aligned with our vision and also cover a series of very, very demanding quality requirements. And to connect graduates with employment opportunities, of course, there are many opportunities there. Probably this is where we are less successful. But again, I can say that here they're doing things very well. And also we have an example of in Chile, we're doing the same thing in the angle in the side of in the subsector of gastronomy. And this is it.
Luis, Nicolas, thank you so much.